Hey everyone, welcome back. It is Wednesday and it is our third review of the week. This is more of a recap than a review. There you go. There you go. Suzuki-gun. This is more of a recap than a review. We are going to be talking about the best of the Super Juniors. We're not going to go match by match. We're just going to give a little talk on it. We'll talk about some of our favorite matches and we'll break down the semifinals and the finals and just talk a little bit about the show, who are some of our standout performances, who we thought maybe were disappointed.
Yeah. And I think it's fair to do it that way, to just generally talk about it, because we can't really score it, because even the finals, the rest of the matches weren't even like real matches.
I'll be honest with you, the finals, I just watched the main event. I didn't watch the rest of the card.
There was only one real match on that entire card, and I can't even remember what it was, but it was the second match.
Yeah.
The rest of it was just all those random tags.
That was LIJ versus Five Guys, I think.
Was it?
Yeah. Anyways, like Takahashi and Bushi against Kanemaru, Doki. That was yeah.
So, but who cares?
Yes. I digress.
I don't remember the G1 well enough to have a full comparison, but I will tell you this Super Juniors was way better than both tag leagues.
Yes, absolutely it was. There were much better matches, even though Tag League had some better performers, maybe.
There was more performers because Tag League had there was the junior one and the other one at the same time.
That's it.
Right?
And that one got a little confusing because it's like, oh, here's this match, then here's this match, and it's block A and block C and block R.
And it's like, well, today we're doing juniors and today we're doing not juniors, and then we're mixing them together, and it was like, okay.
And also the fact that I think the Tag League also had like a couple matches prior.
Yeah, what I did not like about this event was 10 matches a day every day.
Yeah.
It was very hard to get through. I didn't even know this until today. After I finished watching everything, the last day of the event I missed. I didn't even watch it. So I don't know anything about any of those matches on that day. So
which one? Like
not the last day, the second last day. So but before the semifinals.
Yeah. So what they did was they went night 1 through 8 were all blocks.
Yeah.
And then night 8 and night 9, I believe. No, night 9 and night 10. Night 9, they did random matches and then the block A matches. And then night 10 was random matches and the block 10 matches. And like I said, I'm being honest, I didn't watch the random matches because they didn't have any relevancy to this tournament.
Okay. So whatever the ninth night was, then I didn't watch that. And so I didn't even know that I didn't watch it.
Was that the night Mike Bailey night or was that the Dan Maloney night?
I have no idea because I didn't watch it.
Okay, yeah. Which
I'm not gonna tell you.
Yeah. So you didn't watch either of those two, which is fine.
No.
We did get a good match on night 9, though. That's in my top 5 matches of this tournament.
Sucks because I missed it.
Yeah. So let's go. Who is your standout performer? And without giving away the winner, who is your standout performer?
I don't know. It's hard. Like, I don't know if he counts as a standout because he's already really good, like Robbie Eagles.
Yeah, he was fantastic. He started off so strong and then kind of dipped at the end.
Yeah.
One person I enjoyed watching thoroughly on the show was Dan Maloney.
Yeah,
he was so entertaining.
If we're gonna go for people that are like up and coming, it was probably either Akira or Mike Bailey.
Yeah. Even though Mike Bailey was just like, they even showed it every time he came out, it showed Impact Wrestling that he was here from Impact Wrestling.
And I really liked Maloney. It was a good event. There was 0 bad people involved in this event. Yes. There was no Toru Yanus. There was nothing.
Yeah. No comedy. Like, even the comedy was done good with Show and Evil.
Yeah, it was done excellently. They kept teasing like a turn. Goddamn, I want Show out.
I think that's what they're teasing finally.
I was really hoping that like Ishimori and Sho were going to turn on Evil and Evil was going to get kicked out of Bullet Club, and then Sho would get like a big ranking spot in the new Bullet Club. And like,
can you imagine Ishimori and Sho tag?
Like, come on, man.
Heavyweight. Yeah.
Just please. I'm so tired of this shit.
Yeah. Sho is being wasted.
Leo Rush is so good.
Yeah. He was actually my pick to win it all. Yeah. Him and Bailey were my picks.
I probably early on would have said Desperado because there's that whole storyline where he's like one of the top 5 elite juniors, they call them. and he's never won or a Super
Yeah.
Juniors, and he
Mhm.
was excellent.
Yeah.
2 of my 5 top matches, he's in them.
Yeah. See, whereas I got TJP in a couple of my
Hey,
matches.
we'll go through those matches because I think that's a
Yeah.
fun thing to do.
So I felt bad. Let's talk about the Ishimori injury. On the second or third last night, like with one match left to go, Ishimori, we don't know what do you know what the injury is? I
No,
heard concussion. But then again, you see him on the ground and he's like holding, like you could see there was that match. It was on the second last night. I remember it. It was Ishimori versus Takahashi, which started off as a fantastic match, but you could see towards the end of the match, you could see Ishimori kind of holding his shoulder. He's nursing his shoulder. And right there, I thought, that's not selling. I think he legit is hurt. And
yeah.
then he took that weird clothesline or whatever that was, and he didn't get up. And the
So
ref stopped the match.
and like I said, I still don't know what happened. So we're gonna have to wait to find out.
Yeah.
But he was really good in this tournament.
Yeah. Like I thought this was that until he got hurt, I thought Ishimori was going to be one of the finalists.
You know what? It could have been a change of plans thing.
Yeah.
I think who did win was planned to win.
Yeah. That was planned
Because
from the beginning.
Kevin Kelly had this whole thing. Okay, let's talk about the semifinals.
Okay. So what happened was we get to the semifinals. So the group A here, let's do this. The group A winner faces the group B runner up, and the group A runner up faces the group B winner. So Mike Bailey won group A. Titan finished second because on the second last night, Leo Rush lost to him.
Yeah.
And clearly Master Wato and El Desperado are the only two in this group with 14
Titan also
points.
beat Takahashi, right?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, that's why he got in on that. Okay.
Yeah. So that's why with Ishimori with 10 points, I thought he would have been up there as well. And I think maybe that spot was reserved for Ishimori instead of Titan.
Yeah, but I don't think anyone's going to be upset with how it turned out.
Not at all. As we scroll down here, we're looking on the wiki here. These were the match breakdowns, obviously. So we're going to go into the semifinals as we go from here, without spoiling it here. Like as you can see, like some of these matches were fantastic. We're gonna go back to our regular screen before we spoil it even more. So we get to the semifinals. We got Mike Bailey versus Master Wato, and we have El Desperado versus Titan. I thought Desperado was gonna win his match, and I was kind of pulling for Mike Bailey because I thought, let's give the outsider a bit of a shine. So I was expecting, the group winners to face each other in the final. What'd you think of the matches?
I really like Desperado versus Titan.
Yeah.
I thought that moment when Titan climbed up on top of the rafters and like jumped off, I was like, wow, they're going all out. The constant throwing into the chairs. Desperado went full back to his like hardcore ways.
Roots, yeah.
And that was pretty crazy. The Mike Bailey versus Wato match was just a pretty basic match that we've already seen like 4 times in this event. Yeah. That was my issue with it.
That's
it wasn't
a Mike
bad
Bailey match. No, it was a Mike Bailey match.
Honest to God, I would say in this whole tournament, there was only maybe 2 bad matches, and both of them were probably because Evil was part of it.
But even like I said, even that sometimes worked with the comedy bits.
Yeah. And I had a really good time here. Like I said, there was no tiger masks, no offense. There was no guys that were old and like holding people back, and there was no Taguchi's like whole thing that was going on. I love that.
Yeah, the whole fact that he couldn't get a win. He did not get a win.
He wrestled so good for the whole tournament.
I think, like you said, I think we're getting that Taguchi one final, like a serious Taguchi run.
Yeah, he's gonna come back as a heel, I think.
Yeah, so I really enjoyed that. As we move into the finals, we got Titan versus Master Wato. And this was like a 30-minute match, but oh my God, was it so good?
It was a full-on Kenny Omega match. It was really slow, picked up, got insane, got absolutely even insaner.
6 months ago, to me, Master Wato was a joke. I know they were high on him, but to me, he was a joke. The crowd loves him, though.
At Wrestle Kingdom was when we started, just before Wrestle Kingdom and leading up to it, we started to realize that Wato's getting better. He's getting pretty good. maybe this is his chance. They probably should give it to him because of all those people. If it's not going to Desperado, it's just going either back to Ishimori or back to Takahashi. So,
Yeah.
and it's like, why would you have Watto in this match if he's not planned to win? But we realized we were so upset that he lost because the plan is coming because he wins this match.
He wins the tournament.
And we realize what's going to happen. And it makes a lot of freaking sense now. At Dominion, it's going to be Watto versus Takahashi in his hometown. And he's going to win the title.
And he's going to win the title. Agreed. I think maybe for me, the character of Watto needs a bit of work.
He's still so green. And this is what I really liked about this tournament. Kevin Kelly ragged on him the entire time. And it made it feel like there's no way this idiot's going to make it. This guy keeps talking about him and he's so stupid.
But then
and
he keeps on winning.
Every wrestler, Robbie Eagles, is like, yeah, he has a lot of talent, but he's an idiot. And it's like, he's just like a really dumb. He's like a dumb blonde. And it's like, okay. And then he kept winning and winning and winning and winning. And you're like, what the hell is happening?
Yeah. So before we get on to
he took a beatdown though by Titan.
Yes, he did. But it was still the right call. Let's talk about our second night 2, because we got to shout this out. First match, TJP versus Kushida. Yes, that is a giant drum.
Yep.
And no, we are not allowed to hit it.
It's the greatest moment in wrestling history. Kevin Kelly immediately told us what we saw to let us know that's there, and then immediately answered our question that we were asking in our head, which was, can I hit that? No, you cannot.
No, you cannot.
So
Kevin Kelly is so good. Like, he is so underappreciated.
But it's crazy. You watch him, when he's with Chris, it's a good time. You have such a good time. You're happy. And when Chris is not there, you're like, oh, I really wish he had someone to talk to. But as he starts going on and on, he starts talking about an onion, and you're just like, oh, you don't even realize, like, you're just caught in like he's hypnotizing.
Why is there an onion here? Yeah.
And it's like the onion became a mascot, and I became fond of this onion. Desperado threw the onion at one point.
The onion's not going to make me cry.
Like, he talked to everybody too. Red Shoes would come by and he'd be like, it's an onion. I don't know.
I don't know.
It's here.
Who left him the onion? It was what's his name?
I don't remember. I honestly don't remember.
It was so good. Like, it was, and then the fact that they also had, like, Mike Bailey was good on commentary with them.
Robbie Eagles was fantastic.
Yes.
I really liked TJP. Everyone was good. There was nobody bad.
Yeah. So I really enjoyed it. What were some of your favorite matches from this tournament?
So I'll give mine, and then you give yours, and you'll see a common theme here as we progress through this. So my number one here, when I saw it, I was like, wow, it was Mike Bailey versus Takahashi when Mike Bailey won. I was like,
that's the first one on my list too.
And I was like, wow, they went deep into the crowd, like up into the crowd.
Yeah.
Which was fantastic. Robbie Eagles versus Akira, Francesco.
Yeah, Francesco Akira.
Akira.
That is also on my list.
I was like, wow. I couldn't believe it. I don't like. I know Akira's had some really good stuff, but like this match was like on his own without TJP. That got me. Next match, Desperado versus Yo. That match was fantastic. Like, arguably the best so far. Of what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Then common thread here: Robbie Eagles versus Desperado. Holy shit, what a match!
Yeah.
Then common theme again: Desperado versus Titan in that semifinals was like.
So you're saying Desperado was your performer of the tournament without winning?
Probably, yeah. And then the finals is here as well as like an honorable mention. Titan
I have the
versus
finals as
Watto, because I think it was such an epic match. Like I said to you, my biggest knock on it is that Titan did all the work and then Watto just won in the end. It was good storytelling. It was a good match, but I just think Watto didn't do enough on his own for me to be like, that belongs in the top 5.
So for me, a couple matches.
I did miss a match, you said.
Yeah.
So.
But a couple matches that I had on my list that you didn't have yours were Kushida versus TJP on night 2.
That was a good match.
And I also have on my list that you didn't have was Dan Maloney versus Francesco Akira.
Another good match.
Which was like,
the one that I missed.
Yeah. That was good. And honorable mention to Robbie Eagles versus Clark Connors.
Yeah, that was also Robbie Eagles versus oh my god, was it Takahashi?
Yes.
Was that what it was, or
No, Eagles versus
was it Eagles
Kanemaru versus Eagles versus
Eagles versus
Kanemaru
Kanemaru?
was really good. I was
Yeah.
expecting more from Kanemaru, but Dookie surprised me in this tournament.
Oh, you know what? Shout out. That's what it was. That's my person of the tournament. I thought they were gonna
Doki?
give him. I thought Doki was gonna win.
Yeah. Like,
Hold on.
like
I
it's
gotta
so
plug
fun.
in my thing.
Yeah. It's so funny. I'll keep talking. It was so funny because Campbell agreed with this with me as well, too, is the fact that before Wrestle Kingdom, Doki and what's his name there? Doki, Kanemaru, even someone like Master Wato, they were comical choices. We did not feel that they were going to go where they went, and they turned out like so well in this tournament. And like we were laughing at Doki 8 months ago.
Doki was a joke character for us all the way until this tournament, where we came up a little bit prior to this tournament. We started to realize that
Since he joined Five Guys,
Five Guys has been getting this push, because in Suzuki-gun, he was like the lowest tier person they had.
Yeah.
I would love to see him and Kanemaru become just a tag team,
and go for like the junior
because they already have the connection from Suzuki-gun. Just let it happen, and
they have the Noah connection too, don't they?
yeah, and Kanemaru still has it.
The dude's a legend. He's a junior heavyweight. He may not have the clout that someone like Kushida has in New Japan, but go watch.
But as a worldwide in that class, I agree with you.
Yeah,
and I
some
think
of his Noah stuff is,
you let him win a tag title, the light heavies. It puts some clout on his name. He's still a big enough name. He draws people. The fans clearly like him, and then it gives Doki the boost that he needs, because he's still young. I didn't know he was young. He's like 27 or something.
Yeah,
I thought he was like way older. He looks old. But this gives him the boost he needs without having to have him be caught up in the world junior title.
Yeah.
And so it's like, give him some clout, and I think they would be a really good tag team.
It adds to his stature a little bit, right?
Yeah,
so
and it's nice. You can
more
clearly
gold
tell
on Five Guys.
next tournament, I promise you, Doki's going to the semifinals.
Yeah.
He was dominating. He came in
good.
no
like
shit, no bullshit.
Well, I mean, that first match, like the first night of the tournament, like he surprised everybody by beating what's his name there, Kushida.
And it was Kushida lost every match.
Yeah. Well, okay. he won one. He lost to Taguchi, but I think he ended up with like 3 wins or something like that.
But it felt like, this is what I don't like, and I get it, but I don't like it. I know why he didn't win the world title in Impact. It's because they were planning on making him the tag champion in New Japan, and he was going to be part of this tournament and not be able to go to that pay-per-view. So they were like, okay, well, we're not going to give you the title. You'll get the clout of that, plus you're going to get all this clout in Japan. But then in Japan, they used him just to put people over.
Yeah, he was an enhancement talent.
He was, but then it's kind of like, well, we did give you the tag title, so it's like
his partner,
Kevin was great. Kevin Knight was great in the tournament.
Yeah, his partner was better. Like everybody in this tournament,
he was good on the mic too.
Yeah, I think every person in this tournament, like the records may not reflect it, but every person in the tournament was good and deserved to be there.
Yeah, because the person who did
Bushi,
the worst,
Bushi didn't win a single match either.
And Bushi looked good in every match. Bushi versus Teton was really good.
Yeah.
Wait, was it Bushi versus Teton or Bushi versus Desperado?
Desperado, I think it was.
Yeah, that was a good match. Desperado's fantastic, man. Like, I cannot believe how good he is and how far he's willing to go in some of the matches. But
yeah, he went full hardcore in some of the matches.
The only 2 people, well, I'll say 3, because I think Kushida belongs there. Bushi, Kushida, and Taguchi were the only people that really looked like they looked poor in terms of record. But they all still put on such good matches and did so good that it's like nobody cared.
Yeah, like TJP beat him, but they made each other look fantastic. And the crowd, I didn't realize how far behind the crowd is to TJP. Like they were really into TJP.
Oh yeah, and they really like the interaction with the Gaijin wrestlers. Like all of them, Kevin Knight, everyone, because they walk around and they are very happy to see that they have fans there. They're like, holy crap, I have fans here.
Yeah.
And like shake everybody's hands, And where a lot of the Japanese guys just leave as soon as the match is over. They're just gone.
I like the fact that the fan base in Japan is so wholesome. Like there's guys there they have their favorite wrestler and they are drenched, like they have the banners and they have the teddy bear and they have the scarf and they have like, I love that type of wholesome fandom.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah.
Random text message. But yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with you. This is the one for me. This was the moment
Yeah.
in the finals when there was just a sea of Mexican flags from Japanese
Yeah.
people. I was like, what is this?
Or the
Where
fans
are you
with
buying
Watto's,
Mexican flags?
Watto's logo on it.
Yeah, but Watto had a lot of fans right from the beginning of this
Yeah.
tournament. Teton really grew on people as the tournament went, and I think he looks so good here. If you don't bring him back and let him do well in like tag league or something at the end of the year, like I really just don't know.
Yeah, because Teton was brought into LIJ what, in September, October, and they
Yeah,
did nothing with him.
it was just after the G1 tournament, I think.
Yeah, and they did nothing with him.
Oh no, it was for World Tag League for
World
the
Tag
juniors.
League, yeah.
For the juniors. What's the junior one called?
World Junior Tag League, I think.
Super Junior Tag League or something?
No, World Junior Tag League or something like that.
Okay. Anyways, irrelevant.
Yeah.
Yeah, good event. Good event.
Yeah,
Very
it was
happy.
good.
Daunting.
Yes.
Good.
This
daunting
one
task.
was a little different because of the fact with the G1, we only watched the block cards as opposed to the entire night. And this was like 12 straight nights. Like, and the fact that both of us started this late because of the fact there were other shows we had to review.
And we also didn't realize it even started until the second night.
Yeah.
So we were already a full day behind off the bat of it. And
like,
then
I
on
didn't
top
start
of
watching it until night 4.
I started on night 5.
Yeah. I was only caught up. Yeah, Friday was when I caught up.
On Friday, I had to watch two days of it.
And you still missed a day.
And because I didn't realize I missed a day. So I thought, oh, I caught up now, and I skipped a whole day because it kept happening to me. I don't know if anyone else has the app or the website, but when you click on them, they all start where you left off. But then every once in a while, they'll all go back to the beginning, and it's like crap. Well, I don't remember which one I watched last.
So it's like that's how you're either watching it twice or you miss one.
Yeah. Well, it happened to me 2 times where I watched the first 2 matches of an event twice, and I was like, "Oh, I've already seen this." Like,
wait,
I thought that sounded
fighting
familiar.
again.
The Onion again.
So let's give it a score. Overall, and let's do overall and main event. What would you rate the main event?
Like just the match?
Just the match as a match.
Like a solid 8 out of 10, maybe a little bit higher.
Hilarious that I gave it the same thing. We're on the same level here. Yeah, a solid 8 was the main event. Overall, this was to me a 7.8.
To me, overall, this was a 10.
Really?
It was a great event. No bad matches. I don't like the way that it was delivered to me. Like, for me, if you're scoring this on your score sheet, just leave mine blank. I don't have a score for it. If you want my opinion, should you watch this event? Yes,
absolutely.
It's absolutely fantastic.
I'll put the main event as our score for the event.
Okay, that's fine. I think that's fair
enough. Yeah,
because I would say it's a solid score, but like at the same time, it's like, how can I rate something where everything was good? Like not a max. Like if you had to sit back and learn how to watch Japanese wrestling, this is a starting point.
This is a good starting point, exactly. And this is a tournament that you can't watch it at 1.25 speed or 1.5. Like you have to watch it as it comes.
Yeah.
So I'm in agreement with you there. You know what? Yeah, it was a solid as a tournament whole beginning to end. Yeah, it was perfect. It ended the way it should have. The winners.
Yeah, and like I said, I can't recall the G1 tournament well enough to be like have a comparison with it.
Because I don't think we scored the G1 because we did it in segments.
Oh yes, we did do it in segments. I mean, it's fair.
It will be coming back this
year.
We
will give you, I think from now on 4 tournaments, we will give you a score, but we won't factor that score in our best of the year pay-per-views. That will be like, we'll give you a score for you to check this out, but it won't count in our like overall scores. Yeah. So like an 8 out of a 10 is good. I think that's fair.
Yeah. Because like that's encompassing the 2 semifinal matches and the final match.
Yeah. Which those 3 matches were really good. And I think the rest of the tournament is an 8 out of 10 too. That's fine.
Yeah. Let's give it an 8 and meet in the middle. So with that out of the way, Thanks again for joining us. This one was a slog, but we appreciate you coming to watch it because we just appreciate it. So with that out of the way, thanks again for joining us. We'll see you next week with our review of Double or Nothing and our review of NXT Battleground. See y'all next week. Goodbye and good night.